welcome back to the Spotlight. This is episode number 36, 36 episodes of promoting local events, local service and product offerers. There's no such thing as an offerer. I just made up that word. But if you are doing an event in town, you want people to attend, if you have a brand new restaurant, if you're doing a special that people want to know, or if you're just a great person doing awesome things for the community, we want to know about it. That's what the Spotlight is for. And along with that, we have great giveaways that are offered by our interviewees. So today is going to be a great day. We're going to have a busy day because for reasons that we're not going to get into, we ended up with 4 interviews today. So without cutting people's inspiration, we are going to try to be as concise but generous of time with everybody. Joining me first and foremost is my new friend and community partner, Lawrence Goodwin from El Rey Lounge de Versalles. Lorenzo, what a pleasure to see you. How are you doing today?
Good to see you, my friend.
What's going on?
We got a lot going on. So to start with El Rey, hopefully everybody's had a chance to make it out. I know you get out there on Thursdays for our Thursday events, and we appreciate having you. We are hosting live music on Wednesdays and Fridays during December. So Wednesday nights tonight, about 8 o'clock, we'll have Lenny Lopez firing up. And I know you told me you know Lenny. He's got great covers, does a ton of American English style covers, but also does really nice Spanish work, and so he's great to have. Acoustic guitar and just an easy, tranquil listen. And then Friday nights we have Bobby and her boyfriend Bobby and the Other. Not the full band, but we've got the 2-piece, and we have a great time on Friday nights. And Friday nights is ladies' night as well, so we have happy hour all evening, and so that's been great.
Let's rewind the tape, even before we get into all these wonderful things that you're offering. For those people that have never been, why don't you tell us a little bit about the experience at the office or El Rey Lounge, whichever one. I mean, are we going to talk about both, or are we just...
Let's talk about both. I'm wearing the office shirt, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you and your wife, Rihanna, came into town. How long ago did you guys come into town?
It's been about 3 years ago now.
3 years.
Yeah.
And that was the first time you came to Puerto Vallarta?
No, I've been coming for 20 plus years, but we moved here finally 3 years ago. So.
And you first started with the office.
We did.
Which is the tiniest bar I've seen in town.
I think it's the smallest one in the city. That's our claim to fame, right? The smallest big time you can have. And it was designed that way. It was supposed to be an office space for me. And some others know around town, I still practice law back in the States. So I just designed it to be a place to kind of escape my house and go and do some work during the day. And for fun, I thought it would be cute to put a little bar in the corner. And we did, and then we threw air conditioning in and opened in the middle of June. So the rest was kind of history, and people started coming every afternoon to have a drink and hang out, and we became a bar.
Have I told you about the first time I visited the office?
No.
Would you like to hear that
Sure.
story? It'll take me.
It was good.
It was good. It'll take me 2 minutes. First of all, I had been hearing about the office because of this wonderful work you guys do in social media.
Thank you.
And I walked in with a friend, and the first thing that I enjoyed was how comfortable and tiny it was, but cozy in the most wonderful way. And your wife, Rihanna, who is not only gorgeous, she was standing behind the bar just whipping out drink after drink, and I said to myself, what a horrible thing to think. But I thought to myself, my goodness, this beautiful woman is standing behind the bar all day long, mixing cocktails, and she's happy doing this. And it was great. I was very charmed by little details that she put into place. Like, I remember the coasters had fun getting to know you questions in the bottom of the coaster.
Yep.
So I left my first visit to the office feeling here is what I would call a real neighborhood bar, where you're going to come in and run into people that you know, and the people that you're going to meet, you are going to enjoy meeting.
That makes me feel good, yeah. Lots of people compare us to Cheers, the old TV show, and we like being known as the Cheers of Vallarta and especially of Versalles. So it is, it's tiny, it's designed that way. You're not gonna go in there and not speak to somebody. So office is a place you go, have your cocktail, engage with other people. El Rey also, but El Rey's a larger concept. You've been there, of course. And
how did you, I'm sorry to interrupt, but how did you decide, okay, the office is not enough, or we want to try something different? How did you go about deciding you wanted to create another space?
Too much tequila, you know, there's really, there's just no other way to say it.
Too much tequila to sell or to drink or to...
Probably imbibed a little too much and made decisions hastily, which I've been known to do. You know, sometimes I wonder every single day, why would you have two and when one kept you busy? But, you know, they're fun. As long as, it's kind of the concept I've tried to keep as our focus going forward in Vallarta has always been, as long as we're having fun and we're doing something good for the community and we're bringing people together and everybody's getting to enjoy something together, then we're going to keep doing it. Mm-hmm. You know, and so that's kind of been the goal, and that's our concept. They don't necessarily make sense together or even necessarily independently, but they both seem to work. El Rey is now kind of growing legs into something maybe a little bigger, because as many people know, before it was a full restaurant before we had taken it over a few months ago. So we're expanding our time frame and our options into more of an event space, weddings, rehearsal dinners, bachelorette parties. I mentioned to you we're doing some premium agave and tequila tasting experiences, which trying to set ourselves apart from other experiences here in Vallarta, which obviously there's many. Mm-hmm. But you know, we like to do things a little bit different, and we have a big footprint, especially for Versalles, and my wife, Rihanna, has done a fantastic job outfitting the place into a beautiful, comfortable space where, you know, if somebody wants to have a private party, or they need to have a business meeting, or they want to have an intimate ceremony and wedding, and we have that option. And so that's kind of what we're trying to grow and expand to. The office is just kind of trucking along, and has been for going on 2 years now. It's kind of automatic now. But we're trying to help El Rey find its audience and develop, and we're excited to do that. Okay,
so now that we have a clear idea for those people that are not familiar about El Rey, you have live music. You also have a kitchen upstairs, which was working at the beginning, and then I didn't see a menu for the longest time. Are you guys cooking in-house or not?
So we've just fired back up. Yours truly got voted to be the head chef. So I said, I'll do it, but if I do it, I'm going to do what I know and what I love. And what I know and I love is very simple, and it's very straightforward. And it's Oklahoma/Texas style barbecue.
Love it.
So when I say that, I mean it. This is smoke, this is ours. This is smoked chicken wings, smoked sausages. We do chili, Texas, Oklahoma style chili, not chili like you might be used to here. Mm-hmm. We're doing Frito chili pies. We're doing some kind of comfort food favorites that you wouldn't see on anybody else's menu. So we're kind of glad to provide that. It's not where you necessarily are going to eat every day, but chili and cornbread, especially when it's a little chilly outside, pun intended, is kind of nice. So.
For people trying to find out about all these things, because we're not talking about specific events, we're talking about the experience of going to your venues. We're flashing on the screen, we're scrolling your Facebook page for El Rey Lounge.
Thank you so much.
Is that the best way to find out about what you're doing?
That is great, and if you go, I know I previously sent to you, but we have a lot of different channels to reach us. The office has a website and Facebook and Insta, and so does El Rey, obviously. But the link tree that I had previously sent to you, maybe we can post that somewhere, but that QR code to our link tree gives you all the options to all the events that are upcoming, and we update that every month. So if you don't have it handy, I'll get it back to you. And that's really a nice space to land on because it directs you to the experiences individually if you want to buy tickets or come to any of the events that are going on.
Excellent. And of course, you are a community partner for Coffee and Headlines, which is something that Coffee and Headlines appreciates very much. Whenever you are doing something specific that you want us to promote during the morning broadcasts, please, you know where to find me.
I appreciate that.
What are we missing? What is the takeaway today? Have we covered everything that was important?
I think we've hit it. You've got some other great guests that want to introduce some new things. I want to get out of their way, and I do appreciate your time.
Well, before you go, I just want to throw in my own 2 cents about El Rey, because I love going there. I love going on Thursdays because it's Gay Thursdays. Are you still doing Gay Thursdays?
Absolutely, every time.
So there you go. Whenever I'm not doing music appreciation presentations back here, I love to go there on a Thursday. Ironically, I show up with all my straight friends, but that's okay. Well, some of them are gay. But I just love the sense of community. I love the fact that El Rey has 3 different spaces. There's a patio in the back that is very well sheltered and is probably very comfortable this time of year. There's the inside, which is air conditioned. There's an alfresco section in the front. So if you wanted to go when the place is regularly open, or if you want to talk to Larry Lorenzo about doing a private event on the days in which you're closed, you're also doing that, right?
We're doing it, and we're really, posadas are huge this time of year. We're happy to host your posada. If you have friends or family coming and you just, hey, your space that you're renting here or you own here is just not big enough for all your friends and family, we'd love to hear from you. We can provide menu, we can provide cocktails, we can do welcoming parties. Again, we're looking into hosting wedding venues and just trying to expand that space because it truly is a beautiful location, and Versalles is just great.
Excellent. Well, Larry, you're always welcome
Thank you.
to join me here in the spotlight. This is the first time that we converse in person. We
It
have
is.
done it before through the webcam, but I have found that the communication is a lot more pleasant when we're sitting together. It is so good to see you. Please say hi to the missus.
I'll
say
do
hi
it.
to Rihanna and the staff, and hopefully I will stop by sometime in the near future.
Sounds great.
Excellent. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you, Larry, for being with us. And now I am going to do a quick microphone change and invite our next guest. Let me prepare her banner. Da, 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 da. No, we can hide that one. What I want is this one. This young lady, and forgive me for stretching, I'm going to put the microphone in place. This young lady just reached out to me. She is a newcomer to the Puerto Vallarta tour scene, and she is the only person that I know that provides ghost tours in Puerto Vallarta. I want you to meet Janelle or Gia. Which one do you prefer?
Gia is simpler, so we can go by Gia.
Gia, you are new in the tour experience. You are new to the Puerto Vallarta experience. Tell me how you discovered this city.
So my family has been here forever. My great-grandmother came here like 4 generations ago, and so I'm half Mexican, half Canadian. I spent my childhood kind of bouncing between Puerto Vallarta and Ottawa in Canada, and now I'm here full-time in the tourism industry, so super excited to be here.
And you came here and you decided, let me try to find your images. I want to make sure that I put the proper image on the screen. You decided to start a series of ghost tours.
Yes.
Vallarta Ghost.
Yes.
Explain this to me.
Absolutely. So this was actually started by my dad, so this is kind of a family business that has now been passed on to me. And it was inspired by one of our personal family stories that we tell on one of our tours. So we have our cemetery Day of the Dead tour. So that one focuses on what Day of the Dead is, how it's significant to Mexicans, how we celebrate it, a lot of the symbolism behind it. And then we also tour the cemetery and we tell our personal family story as well. And then we have our downtown historic tour. So that's more the history of Vallarta, some of the kind of unknown dark history of Vallarta, and of course some paranormal locations as well.
So let me see. I'm hearing you say you have a ghost walk that goes through the historic downtown area.
Yeah, so we weave on and off of the Malecón.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so that one's a lot of fun. That one's more historic, so any history buffs, any people that want to get to know Puerto Vallarta as a city through a different lens that none of the other tours are going to show you. It's a lot of fun. It's at night, so it's very atmospheric as well.
And then there's the Day of the Dead Cemetery Tour. Do you do this year-round?
Yeah, so we do it year-round, Monday through Friday. It's at 6 p.m., and that is when the cemetery closes, so it's just us in there. And so we're alone in the cemetery. We do a tour, a little bit of the murals outside. We go through the inside. We do our own little cemetery, so it's a lot of fun.
Excellent. Now, how is it going? How is it going?
It's amazing. The response has been really positive. Our goal is to share the culture and educate tourists about what Mexico is really about. And people have been really receptive to it. If you check our reviews, it's all been only 5 stars, so we're really grateful. And it's been nice to really connect with people on a different level.
Who are your tours best suited for?
I would say anyone that is interested in connecting with Vallarta. So history buffs, anyone interested in the culture that wants to learn about Day of the Dead. I know ghost tours are a huge phenomenon across Canada and the US, so anyone who's done those before will definitely enjoy themselves here.
You know, I do a Day of the Dead presentation where I talk about the history behind it, and it's always sold out.
Oh, yeah?
It is fascinating to me as a Mexican national to see the allure that Dia de los Muertos has among people that visit our country. Why do you think that is?
I think that, well, first of all, it's a beautiful celebration. It is heritage, and it is really, I feel like it speaks to everyone because it's something that we all are curious about. Death is something we all have to face and have to, you know, we have to deal with grief. And so it's kind of fascinating to see how other cultures kind of reckon with it, and especially for Mexico to be a celebration of death and what comes after it. I think that's a very attractive thing to people, and they want to naturally know more.
Let me play devil's advocate with you, because for better or worse, for an average Puerto Vallarta visitor, there are so many people offering tour experiences. What makes yours special?
So first and foremost, there are no other ghost tours at all. So something completely different. Like I said, this is for people that want to get to know Vallarta. We have a lot of experiences that are in nature and that are thrill-seeking and that are for the beach and all that, but this is something completely different. This is at night, so a whole different perspective of the city, and you're getting to really connect with the essence of Vallarta and of Mexico as well.
Can you think of an anecdote in which somebody was doing your tours and you came home and you thought to yourself, that was a good connection?
I would say our cemetery tour, absolutely. First and foremost, I love to ask people about their paranormal experiences. And surprisingly enough, most people have one. So it's something that we tend to kind of keep to ourselves for fear of judgment or whatever it may be. So it's nice to hear their stories and give them a space. And like I said, we also do our own ceremony as well in the Day of the Dead tour. So we kind of do an homage to their loved ones that may have passed, and we get to hear some of the stories of their loved ones as well. So it's really beautiful because every evening is different. It's always connecting with these people on a very human level. So I always walk home feeling very fulfilled.
And what do you think is like the most unexpected lesson that somebody taking your tour may have had? Like, can you think of a specific individual or a family or someone that just was transformed by the experience?
Well, I would say that everyone kind of takes it home in a certain way. You know, Vallarta has a very enchanting thing about it, and specifically Day of the Dead, it was actually named a UNESCO World Heritage. So it's kind of something for everyone to, you know, learn about it, embrace it. do some of the traditions on your own. Take it home and live your life with it. It's something really beautiful that can be applicable to everyone. And so some people will tell me that they went home and they started making ofrendas, or we give them a little gift as well. So, you know, they have the gift up in their home. So everyone can kind of take their own lessons from it and apply what we talked about to their lives, how they would see.
How many people in the average do you accept on any given tour?
We will accept, our maximum is 20. Typically our groups are smaller, I would say from 6 to 8. It's been recently about 2 to 4, so very small groups, very personal, and that's why I find it so easy to connect with people, because we have that kind of intimacy.
Is there something I haven't asked you that you think is absolutely essential that people know about your Vallarta Ghost Walk project?
I guess I just want to clarify the nature of it. Like I've said, it's about connecting to the culture, so you're not going to be getting jump scares, you're not going to be getting a theatric experience. It's something really down to earth, and our goal is to educate as well. So it's not going to be scary for anyone, unless there's some unexpected ghost visitors. But it's truly about educating and connecting.
So it's not spoofy or fake,
not in the slightest. No.
Excellent. Well, it's good to know. I had no idea that this was happening when I got your submission form and learning that you wanted to come to the spotlight. I was totally curious. There is a question here from Dan who says, how would your ghost tour work for someone in a wheelchair?
So unfortunately, that is the thing about Vallarta, is that the roads are not very accessible. I would say our cemetery tour would be the best bet. We do go inside a little bit, but we can absolutely modify it to kind of stick to the more level parts of the cemetery. So we will do absolutely everything we can to accommodate you in spite of the Vallarta roads.
Excellent. Well, it is a pleasure to have you here. I hope you folks are excited about this. New tours to consider when you're here in Puerto Vallarta. And for those of us that live here year round, it's never too late to go and experience some of these things. Any last minute parting thoughts that you may have for anyone?
Well, I just want to thank you for having me on. I invited you to come see for yourself and check it out.
We'll
and
give it a go.
And I think anyone can really find something to connect with in these tours, so I encourage you guys to come check it out for yourselves.
Excellent. Well, Gia, thank you very much for taking time
to
come visit here at the Spotlight. You're welcome to come back anytime. We discussed giveaways, and as I mentioned earlier, if at any point in time you're feeling like you want to create awareness for what you're doing, feel free to get in touch with me and give something away. Or during the morning broadcast that we're doing, Coffee and Headlines, just feel free to jump in and say hello. And it'll serve as a great reminder for me to talk about what you're doing to connect both locals and visitors.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Everybody say goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Come check it out.
Yay. And that takes care of guest number 2. Our third guest asked for a little bit of a quick time because she has an important announcement that she wishes to make. You know her because she's been with us before, and she's getting ready to sit down, and I'm gonna put on the microphone. Hold on. Come on, Carmen. We should have this down to us. ¿Dónde te madreas, te mensa? Okay, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
So as Carmen was sitting down, she, her forehead landed on my computer screen.
Right here.
Right on the corner of it. Don't ever do that again. Let me very quickly put up your banner. Hold on. This is, of course, our dear friend Carmen Porras from Oculto. What's going on? I've been thinking about you, dear friend, for a couple of reasons.
Yes.
First of all, I went to Tequila. And I got completely and tequilado. And from Tequila, I went to IKEA.
Okay, yes, I saw those pictures.
And my life has not been the same. But then I am preparing my presentation, my cultural presentation on Christmas. And I'm talking about all the traditional dishes from Mexican Christmas, which are so different from other countries.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm thinking of Carmen. How are you, my friend?
Good, thank you.
What's new? What's going on?
We just finished a cooking class at Oculto, and we made sopes, vegetarian sopes, and we made mole poblano with chicken. And we made a rompope flan, which rompope is our version of eggnog here in Mexico.
I love it.
Yes.
So what brings you to the spotlight today?
So we're here to talk about our monthly public dinner that we have at Oculto, and it's classic El Arrayán menu.
Classic El Arrayán menu. Yes, you have it. It's coming up on the 14th of December.
Yeah, it's at 7 o'clock. There's 16 spots available.
Oh my goodness.
And this is a way for people that knew El Arrayán and loved El Arrayán to relive that food that we served at El Arrayán. And it's basically very popular dishes that we used to serve.
Carnitas de pato?
Sí.
Oh my God. Those pinches carnitas de pato that you served at El Arrayán, I'll never forget
They were
them.
famous. We
They
used to
were
have
so fucking
people
good.
only coming for the duck carnitas. Very crispy, very tender duck carnitas. And yeah, they pretended to read the menu, but ended up having the duck again.
So you sent me some photographs, and I
Yes.
assume this is what you're going to be presenting?
Yes, first the other stuff.
The other stuff.
That one.
That one.
So yes, one of the pass-around appetizers that is included is the panucho. So it's a cochinita pibil panucho. So it's a corn tortilla filled with some black beans, and it has that tender, yummy Yucatan pork that is cooked in banana leaf. We used to serve a lot of that pork at El Arrayán. A ver, la más para acá. We also are gonna serve the garnachitas. In the style that they make them in Puebla, but we call them garnachas. And those are the green ones with the chicken. That were super popular also. Very tasty stuff. And the other pass-around appetizer will be the Acapulco fish ceviche.
Okay.
See?
Explain the difference between Acapulco ceviche and local ceviche.
Okay, so the ceviche that is served in Puerto Street, mainly in little, carts. It's ground fish, and it's marinated in lime and has some grated carrots, onion, some peppers, cilantro. It's super, super simple. And ceviche Acapulco is a preparation that was made famous during the 50s when Acapulco was coming up. And it's kind of like some tomato sauce, onions, and some drops of orange juice, lime juice, and there's olives and avocado.
Oh, wow.
It's very, very tasty.
I love it. Let's see what else you brought. I see a photo of the chef.
That's Chef Diego.
Chef Diego doing his thing. I love it.
Making a salsa today with our students. Yes, and the first course will be the empanadas.
Which we have here. Hold on just a second. Boop, 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 boop.
Those are the plantain empanadas, and that will be served with the smoky chipotle salsa.
The one that you used to make?
Sí.
Hija del demonio. I love it.
Sí. Dessert, I don't remember what dessert was. I don't have a picture for dessert, but
No
the
worries.
dessert, what was the dessert? I totally forgot to look it up. The dessert is something that we used to serve a lot and was super, super popular.
For those of you that are not aware of this, Carmen and her wife Claudia used to have a restaurant called El Arrayán in Puerto Vallarta. They had it for many, many years. It was one of the best, if not the best, Mexican specialty restaurant here in the city. And now you've branched out to Oculto, which is more about private dinners and cooking classes and public dinners that showcase these dishes that have followed
So
you.
the dessert is cajeta flan, which was our most popular ever dessert in El Arrayán. And if you did not know El Arrayán when we were open from 2003 to 2020, then you can come and sample the food that made us known in the community and in the city. And throughout, a lot of people used to come their first stop in Puerto Vallarta was us, and the last evening was us. So they made it an occasion to come to us and spend some time with us, taste our cocktails, taste our very, very popular food that we're serving on December 14th, and try it out. And check out, of course, the main course is the banner.
The banner, of course.
Yes, that's the duck carnitas.
Duck
and that's
carnitas.
A long process to get there and make them tender but crispy on the outside.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
For people that, because somebody might ask, okay, I came to visit Puerto Vallarta, I see Mexican food everywhere. Why can I just not just go to any Mexican restaurant? What is the difference between what you see in a lot of places in a Mexican specialty restaurant like what you have?
Okay, so since we opened the restaurant El Arrayán in 2003, we made a point of serving regional foods from around Mexico, from different regions, right? So what we served at El Arrayán, nobody was serving anywhere in Puerto Vallarta. And as you can see, our menu that we're offering for December 14th, nobody's doing that kind of food here in Puerto Vallarta with that quality and that yumminess that we serve up. It's a small event. It's only 16 places available, and it's a cozy place that we have in Oculto. Our locale is very cozy. We serve you original cocktails. We'll probably serve some old known cocktails from El Arrayán also. And we just take care of you and pamper you.
Raicilla boom boom.
And it's very, very much traditional, regional Mexican food and our touch of creativity in it. But the ingredients and the processes is very much Mexican food.
Michael Buford says, carnitas de pato, can I order a dozen now? These are the best of the best. And I have to agree with Michael. I have tried your carnitas de pato and they're absolutely
It's yummy.
yummy. This is going to be again on December 14th at 7 p.m. What kind of adventures can we look forward to in the next year for Oculto?
So we tried out some regional menus during the summer. We have Flavor of the Sierras that showcases regional products from around this region, or region of Puerto Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas and Cabo Corrientes. Then we also have the menu from Puebla. Qué chula es Puebla.
Qué rico, qué linda.
Where we serve the ¿cómo se llaman? Los huazontles.
Los huazontles, sí, I love
that
huazontles.
are vegetables from Mexico that is very popular with Paco. And also we tested out our Yucatan flavors. It's a Yucatan Peninsula flavored menu. It's all traditional dishes from the Yucatan that nobody's serving in Puerto Vallarta. And we'll probably do January, February, March. Not in that order specifically, but we're going to do that in the next few months.
What else? Well, are we missing anything?
Well, so that everybody knows, we also do Mexican cooking classes, a small group. So it's 2 people minimum, and we do up to 8 people. You can get your group together, or we can do just an open, a public dinner, a public cooking class also. And we specialize in traditional preparation, so we get to do, depending on which menu you choose, we get to do tamales or chile rellenos, or what else do we do? The mole, chile en nogada. We do a bunch of like classical Mexican dishes that we help you learn so that you can go back to the States or Canada and prepare them back home. See, and we also have catering services, small caterings for villas and condominiums that we can bring our food to your place with our service.
Can I throw in my 2 cents?
Yes.
I have known Carmen for almost 2 decades now.
Yes.
I remember when Carmen and Claudia came from Mexico City to open El Arrayán. I admired their creativity from day one, and I'm grateful to call them close friends. Now Carmen and Claudia are community partners for Coffee and Headlines, so it's a pleasure to rely on your support to do everything we do.
We love to support you also.
Well, I love to support you back.
I love to support you.
No, stop it. Anytime you have something going on,
yes.
This is tu casa, And we are so happy.
Thank you very much.
We are so happy that you guys are doing well.
Gracias.
I hope to see you again before the holiday season is over.
Yes.
And I hope you guys have a wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful season.
So you will post the link to our Facebook event, right?
I've been doing that.
Yes, and so people that know, you can look us up on Facebook and click on Oculto,
Yes.
Puerto Vallarta, and then
Yes.
you go to events, and then you click on Classic El Arrayan menu, and there you can buy your tickets, okay?
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you very much,
Muchas
Carmen.
gracias.
It is a pleasure to see
Muchas
you
gracias.
as always. This was Carmen Porras once again with us from El Arrayan.
Oculto.
From Oculto. And now, finally here, I've been wanting to meet this man in person, and he's finally made it. He was supposed to join us last week, but wasn't able to. He is the local organizer of the Lucha Libre. Jorge, ¿cómo estás? How are you doing?
Great.
Hold on. Let me start your banner so that people can find you. There you go. Fantastic. So, I am so happy that you're here because so many people, so many of my friends want to know about Lucha Libre. How did you become involved with Lucha Libre?
Well, since I was a kid, my dad bring me to Lucha Libre in the Mexico City, in the Arena Mexico. So I started loving Lucha Libre, you know, all the culture, the hero and anti-hero culture here represented in Mexican luchadores. Mm-hmm. So that's why I started to follow the Lucha Libre in Mexico. And then I have the opportunity to start doing events in Cancun, Campeche, Yucatan, all that part of the country. Mm-hmm. So then I came 1 year ago here to Vallarta, and I discovered that the people here in Vallarta loves Lucha Libre, so I started doing the events here.
Now, you've been doing events at La Lija,
yes,
which is where many of us got vaccinated. I have a little image here. Hold on just 1 second. Let me find my image of La Lija so that I can show that to everybody. I swear I have the image right here. There you go. So, Lucha Libre at La Lija, how is that going?
As of today, it's doing great because, as I told you, I find out that here in Vallarta there's a lot of fans of Lucha Libre, and also there's a lot of Vallartenses that came from other countries, but they are now from Vallarta, from the US, from Canada, that also loves this culture, all the Mexican culture, mm-hmm. and Lucha Libre is a big part of the culture, so they love it.
Explain to people that are not familiar with Lucha Libre or have not gone to a match in person, what is the experience like?
Well, the experience begins when you arrive to the arena, that, as you told, is the Alija, mm-hmm. because you start feeling the heat of the people, when you go and buy a shirt and a mask, and you start feeling all that stuff, that it's very difficult to explain because there's some adrenaline that you cannot explain with words. But and then you arrive to the matchups, when you can find different characters like the homies or the Papa de los Arrieros, that different representation of different stuffs here in Mexico. Mm-hmm. So they will love to be this combination between the good and the evil, then just fight in the sport entertainment to show that type of culture in Mexico.
Something that I found very endearing when I went, something that I liked very much, is how much children appreciate the fighters.
Yeah.
And also the fact that you gave away a bicycle as a present. We were at the last match, and there was this little kid that was just dancing. There was a dancing competition, and you gave away things for children. Why do you think children are so excited about Lucha Libre?
I think when I think about myself, going back in the time when I went to the Lucha Libre at first time. That's what I try to represent in our events. So that's why we give the bicycle, so the children have this great experience and they keep that experience. You know, when you grow up, you have a lot of good experience that come to your head when you was a kid, and that keeps coming back for you. So that's why it's important for me to give the children a good experience that they enjoy. Like, you know, these children that you saw that at that time.
Oh my God,
sure,
yes.
He will remember that she started dancing in a Lucha Libre event. So that's why it's important for me.
For someone who has never gone to a match, you arrive, and there's several matches actually scheduled through one presentation. How many matches in average do you tend to have?
Normally it's 4 to 5 matches. It's very common that when you go to an event, the local promoters, I don't do it, but a lot of local promoters like make the first 2 matches like for the people that is just starting or have less experience. I don't do that because I try that the event have the same quality from the first match to the last match. Even if the guys from the last match are the most reconocidos, the renowned wrestlers, but the first, it's also, they also come from the Distrito Federal or from Monterrey or from here, from Vallarta, but that's the best in Vallarta that goes to the event. So normally it's 4 to 5 matches.
Something that I appreciated very much on behalf of my English-speaking friends that were with me is that your announcer was announcing both in Spanish and in English. Is this something that happens every time, or we just got lucky?
You just got lucky. We tried to do it because the announcer of that time was Manuel Lopez. That he was animador in.
Not a cheerleader, but a conductor.
A conductor in the hotel. So that's why he's very fluent in English. So, but he unfortunately he has not all the dates available, so he can go to the events. But we try to, as we know that there's a lot of English-spoken people going to the event, we try to have that variety, so so all the people that go can enjoy the same experience.
Excellent. Now, we have several things to promote because you have the actual matches that are going to be on Saturday, starting at
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Well, the Lucha Libre experience starts at 4 o'clock at Plaza Caracol because there's a signature.
An autograph signage.
Autograph, yes.
With Shocker and Tejano Jr.
It's with Shocker and Tejano Jr. That's completely free for the people because at the event, normally one of the incomes of the wrestlers are the sale of the
selling
merchandise and pictures. But we have a deal with Plaza Caracol where they come when the national wrestlers come. They go to Plaza Caracol and have this special event for all the people that want to go, and it's for free, the signature and the photos with the wrestlers.
There are some questions that are coming in from our viewers. I don't know if this question is for me or for you. I keep telling my viewers that one of the things that I've enjoyed about Lucha Libre is watching how women get all excited and they start saying majaderias.
Because the grandma that started like fighting with the other,
Yeah, so there's a question from Mark Jennings who says, in the interest of learning more culture, what is your favorite grandmother swear? Like la cosa más nefasta que ha dicho una viejita. And you can be filthy. I mean, my viewers are used to filthy language. They want to learn the Mexican culture.
You know, like suck my dick or something like that.
¿De veras?
Yeah. Other special thing in Lucha Libre is that it's the only place in Mexico where you can go to distress. You can scream whatever you want, and you're not going to have a fight back or something like that.
Yes.
That's part of the show.
Yeah, and it's important, I think, to emphasize the word show, because you can go to other types of lucha where the violence is real and the skill to knock down your opponent really does have to do with violence. Whereas here, as far as I can tell, yes, there are hits and bangs and bruises, but it's staged, right?
That's yes and no, because it's in sports entertainment, right?
Okay.
It's sports entertainment. As you say, if you fall down from the ring that it's like 3 meters and fall, haces un vuelo hacia abajo. If you
go
with
overhead,
the ground, yeah, there will be pain.
Yeah.
A lot of pain.
Yeah.
But it's part of the culture. It's part of the culture. It's an entertainment. So they have to go to find out. The only thing that is not allowed is touch the wrestler, right?
Okay.
Because part of the show is that you can scream whatever you want, and they maybe will scream you back, and that's the interaction with the wrestler, but you cannot touch.
Okay.
Yeah?
Fair enough. Here's another question. Are you part of the Demonio Blanco Arena as well?
No. Manuel Lopez is the announcer,
Yeah.
and he's the owner of the Demonio Blanco Arena.
Oh,
Yeah.
the older gentleman.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's his son.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. The thing is, we start doing our first match, or our first event was in Demonio Blanco. But then the Demonio Blanco is too small because the first event was like 1,200 people. And we have an advice from Protección Civil that told us you have to do it in a bigger place. Because if you plan to have this quantity of people, it will be better there. Yeah. So we can have that type of risk because of the size of the venue.
There's another question here. How many times a year are you going to be doing matches? How often?
We have planned to do 4 or 5 matches or events in Puerto Vallarta, but it's being defined because with the new government there will be new rules to use La Liga and to do the events, but we have planned to do it 5 times by year.
Friends, this is a great opportunity to learn about a very Mexican tradition. If anybody has any other questions, please feel free to let us know. I love it. Laura says you were not holding back when you said suck my dick.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. You know, I've heard that and worse things being screamed by people at the matches. Dale asks, does Jorge wrestle? I would imagine that would be
that's a very common question when I start doing the marketing and then go to the interviews. I don't wrestle. The answer in Spanish is no, yo solo lucho por la vida. No.
You only fight for life.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
It's very, now that I know the wrestlers, it's a very difficult sport to go there. The heat, all the environment, it's very difficult. So I prefer just admire them. So yeah, I don't wrestle.
When I'm just curious about so many things. Take for example, Chaflan and Charifas.
Yeah, Chaflan and Charifas.
Chaflan and Charifas were two the homies, right?
The homies, right.
Now I'm following them on Facebook, and I love it because every time they do their own videos, they're like, come to our next fight and remember, Viva la Mota. And the whole trademark is like, we're constantly pothead, we're constantly stoned, but they were very funny on on stage. They're agile, they were funny, they were charismatic. I didn't know that it was them who were going to fight. Had I known that, I would have purchased a t-shirt from them at the beginning.
Okay.
And I'm going to do that. But here's my question. I don't know what city they came from.
Veracruz.
Veracruz, okay. So, and you don't need to get into details, but if you hire a fighter, a lucha libre fighter, to come here to fight, how do the economics work out? Is it a good living? Is it a not so good living? Are these fighters usually having other types of work aside from fighting because they make a good living or they don't make a good living? How does that work?
It's usually about the experience. To be a good fighter or a fighter known in a lot of places, you have to be a good fighter. You have to be charismatic. There's like different points that you have to feel to be very good pay. And normally they have other works. Chaflan and Charifas, for example, I think they are studying the university.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, I think they study animal doctor, animal health veterinarius.
Veterinary.
Veterinary.
Wow.
But the answer is it's very difficult in Mexico to live of wrestling until you have like 40 years and a lot of luck and go to big enterprises like the wrestlers that go in the main fight and the semifinal. They get good money, but normally they have other business because also in Lucha Libre if you have an injury that you are done. When you are injured, there's no security, social security. There's no insurance. They don't. If you are a wrestler, you cannot have an insurance. So that's why, as of today, they have different businesses. In the past, when they got injured, they lost everything because they don't save money. It's different culture now, but yeah, they normally have other income. Yeah.
Tickets are different prices. I see we have tickets that start at 300 pesos for general seating, and we have VIP seats, all kinds of things. Are you selling tickets at Plaza Caracol like you did before?
Yes. We have, as I told you, we have a deal with Plaza Caracol. So normally when you see an event from us, there will be selling tickets in Plaza Caracol, inside Soriana Caracol.
In front of the registers?
Yeah.
In the afternoon?
From 3 to 8, register number 4 in the front, yeah.
Okay. So there you go, friends. If you want to experience Lucha Libre in Puerto Vallarta, this is how you do it. A couple of tips. There you can sit on a chair, which is a little bit more expensive. You can also sit on the gradas. Oh my God, how do I say gradas in English? On the concrete steps of the space.
Maybe if you put the photo.
Oh, that's right. Yes, great idea. So here's the photo again. Hold on just one second. Okay, there you go. As you can see, in the central area, there are chairs that's slightly more expensive, but the people that are sitting on the sides, their butts are sitting on cold concrete. If that's not your thing, you may want to bring a little cushion for your bum. And if you absolutely need back support, you may want to consider sitting on a chair. If you don't want a luchador landing on top of you, consider a back seat.
Yeah.
If you want a luchador landing on top of you, then consider a seat that is close to the ring.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. Está cerrada la cafetería. The cafeteria is closed.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We have privileged access to this cafe. So what else? I was recommended to get there like an hour early. If you've never gone to Lucha Libre, you know, it's worth getting there early because you can actually
feel
the ambience, see the people arriving, etc., etc. You can see all the other English-speaking people kind of like sitting together because some people are like really unsure as to what they're supposed to be doing. There's a question here, event date. This is on Saturday.
Yeah.
Excuse me. This is on Saturday at 7 o'clock. I am sure you will have new dates in the coming year, and I look forward to hearing more about those. Karen says bleachers, the concrete place, they're called bleachers in English. Okay. I forgot the word. How can we help promote this?
Oh, maybe if they want to, if they can share the image of the event, it would be great.
Yes.
If you have, for sure, your public.
Yes.
Had a lot of English spoken friends or maybe Mexicans.
Yes.
They can just share the image, and I'm sure they're going to enjoy a lot of this event. I'm so sure they're going to enjoy that. If they don't enjoy I can bring back the money of their ticket because, I'm sure about it.
Are you hearing this? Jorge is telling us if you don't have a good time at the Lucha Libre, you will get a refund. I don't think that'll be necessary, but it's good to know that this is an option. Jorge, are we missing anything here?
No, just that if they decide to go, they can be sure that they're going to enjoy a lot of this event. And we maybe have surprises for the next year. Yeah, maybe a wrestling school. We're working with the Presidente Municipal, so we can to start a wrestling school and just promote with the little childs the sport, not only Lucha Libre, but they doing sport and not being all time in the iPhone and in the iPad and all that stuff, because I have 2 little childs, so...
One of them fell asleep over there.
Well, he come with me. He's with me.
I know.
He helped me with the publicidad.
The advertising.
Yeah, and we went yesterday today at 2 a.m. So, but we have a lot of surprises for 2025.
I'm looking forward to that.
And it will be great on Saturday.
2 last-minute questions. Is there a specific spot someone in a wheelchair needs to sit, or can we just buy tickets that is in the chair area? This is a friend of mine.
That is in the chair area, but something important is the people that wheelchair. We regalamos.
We gift.
We give the ticket for the people in chair, and they just have to, el acompañante pagar su boleto. O sea, nosotros regalamos el boleto para la gente que tenga cualquier tipo de discapacidad. Es algo que nosotros queremos hacer con la gente.
Wow. What I just heard in Spanish, and everybody should know, and this is good to know, is Jorge feels strongly about people with special needs. Anybody that comes to see the Lucha Libre with special needs gets in for free. So all you have to do then is purchase a seat for yourself in the chair section, and the wheelchair goes in without any extra price. That is absolutely beautiful. There's another question here. How do you choose the children to dance? The children that competed for the giveaway?
Oh, no, it's just aleatory, yeah.
Excellent. Well, Jorge, unless you have anything else left, I am so happy that you're here.
Oh, thank you.
And I am so grateful that we made this happen. I think Lucha Libre is one of those things that a lot of people love, but don't know how to approach. And hopefully some friends will be inspired to attend after this. And whenever there's anything coming up, please know that you can always come back to the spotlight.
Thank you. I will come back, and I promise that I will practice my English.
Oh,
so.
You're doing fine. What are you talking about? Would you stick around? We have to give something away.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. For those people, let me just set it up. I haven't even set it up. Hold on. Stream. As you know, sometimes our guests choose to give something away. Sometimes I ask for giveaways. And last week, we interviewed the nice ladies from Vagabundas Versalles, and I asked them, do you have a something to give away, and they didn't. But guess what? They got in touch with me over the week, and they said to me, we want to have a giveaway for the spotlight. So today, Vagabundas Versalles is giving away a surprise giveaway, which consists of a botana of jalapeno popper, wonton, and a Vagabunda coin margarita. And this is good between now and April 30th. All you have to do is write a comment right now. Write the word margarita in your comment, and you will be eligible for this giveaway, which we are going to do in just 1 second. Before we do that, Jorge, I want to thank you again for doing this. I think it's really wonderful. I look forward to going to the show. This time around, I'm going to bring a better camera than I did last time, because last time I didn't know what to expect, but now I do. It had been a long time since I had gone to Lucha Libre, but we laughed so hard. So now we're going to do this wonderful giveaway courtesy of Vagabundas. Anybody writing margarita is eligible. While we wait a couple of minutes, I want to remind you, this is a new thing. We've never done this before. You don't have to come for an interview. If you want to just randomly promote your business and you want to give something away, all you have to do is get in touch with me and say, Paco, we want to give something away on the next spotlight, and we're happy to do it. Also, I want to remind you that we are now accepting new interviews, or looking at new interviews for January and February. All you have to do if you want to promote your own business is visit the URL on the screen, and you'll be able to submit your registration form and be able to promote your product, service, or event free of charge here at the Spotlight. And with that said, let us take a quick look at how many people we have. And I'm going to share this on the screen so you can see what we're doing. Give me just 1 second. And let's see what we have. We are starting to collect comments, and we have 10 entries, 10 people that could win this special Let's Make It Happen. And today, this wonderful giveaway from Vagabundas Versalles goes to none other than Mijal. Mijal, my dear friend Mijal, you have just won a margarita and a little munchie. And here's Jules. Jules, you have a winner, and it's my good friend Mijal. Thank you so much, Jules. Thank you so much to you and Karina for sharing this wonderful giveaway with us. Mijal is a good friend of mine. Hopefully, we'll be able to enjoy it together. Jorge, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is your casa. Anytime you have something interesting to share about Lucha Libre or anything else that you're promoting, because I see that your Facebook page talks about deportes and entretenimiento. You may have other things that you're planning.
For 2025, we're planning to have comedy events also.
Oh, wonderful.
Local and national comedy artists coming to Vallarta.
Excellent. Well, this has been the latest edition of the Spotlight. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for those of you that tuned in. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow morning for Coffee and Headlines, and we'll be back here a week from today for another edition of the Spotlight. And if you were interested in buying a seat for my presentation on Christmas tomorrow here at the Joint, I understand that there was only 1 ticket left. My hunch is that it has sold out. Thank you very much for your support. I'll keep you in tune of upcoming events. See you soon.